Christian sweeps it to Richardson, stops, props, left-hand handball, found the ground first, then Butcher. Butcher had a brilliant opening quarter. Again, Hooneman went to ground as he did a moment ago, and Francis keeps his feet. Bullis in the front spot. Bullis on hands and knees. Naish has been so quiet over the top. And really, Naish have done this. The two little men for Richmond, the goal sneaks from the pocket, have given them not much tonight.
Yes, nothing from those two boys, but Collingwood then just fiddling with the ball. What's the point of kicking short to a contest? You might as well kick 50 metres to a contest.
Well, there's Tony Free again. He's got another kick and only went 5 metres, but he's going to get it again. Oh, what a game he's playing. Tony Free on the left foot. Oh, slipping over was Edwards, and the mark taken by Gavin Krasiska uncontested. Krasiska chips it to the centre of the ground, but the mark has been taken by Richardson. This is Mark Richardson, son of an ex-teammate of mine, a great player for the Magpies, Wayne. Now towards half forward, and now Bart calling play on as we see Tony Shaw. Now towards Big Rocker. Houlihan there to lend a hand. Callaway on the leads. Chips it across to Turner. Turner can run and have a bounce. Will he go against some good shifting going on behind the play? Turner flattened as he got it down towards the half-forward line. Up they go. Push in the back. Free kick to Richmond. And it's it's Matthew Richardson again. Geez, a good player.
Got a lot of tall players on the forward line, the Tigers, with Richardson 6'4". You've got Edwards 6'5". You also got Francis, who's 6'4", and Scotty Turner 6'4".
Edwards the target from Richardson, got underneath it a bit. Campbell with him, Alan Richardson. A little push to Alan Richardson. Butcher with confidence concedes some ground, but does it constructively to Christian, who finds Mark Richardson through the centre wing. Chips it over the top. Oh, good play. Gets to Fraser. Bounces it. A second one. His first bounce was probably a bit early, then runs his full quota. Goes for goal. Gives it a ride and just misses. Probably could have run another, what, 6 or 7 metres before he had his first bounce in KB.
It's the most important thing to do. A lot of players take the ball and they bounce it within the first 2 or 3 strides, but you've got 15 metres to run. You should run your full quota, get well balanced, then you can look further upfield, you can take your bounce, and then you can run again.
Brendan Gale to the half-back line. Over the back was Broderick. Tony Shaw taps it on. Taken away by Callaway. Callaway, a beautiful hand pass. Wayne Campbell really has come into this game. He can run another 50. Will he go again? He's looking for someone to lead. There a daisy cutter. Bang. Straight onto the chest of Turner. Turner's a long way out. He's 55 metres. They really do need a goal here with this attacking move. Richardson's going back to the square. They've got the tall timber there. Turner fancies himself from here, but it won't make the distance. It'll lob up in the goal square. Up they go. Great mark. Now it's a free kick to Collingwood, though. They're paying it against Richardson to Michael Christian in the square. Would have been a certain goal. Chipped across to Alan Richardson. He's clear. He's got no one to kick it to. Now the leader's on by Francis. Good mark, Tony Francis on centre wing.
Kevin Brown's come off, the captain for Collingwood, replaced by Sanderson. Kevin Bartlett said earlier he thought that Brown was in need of a run or two. Watson through the centre. Collingwood setting. Oh, great mark by Rowe. The little fella, hand in the air. Buckley was also involved in that. Rowe's been quiet to date, goes for the goal. And the kick not as good as the mark. And through for a behind.
Had a huge reputation in Western Australia, Bradley Rowe. We can see him here. He's only a small guy, but got a beautiful ride. There were some people in Western Australia who were upset that he wasn't with the West Coast Eagles. In fact, they took Peter Matera. That's how strongly they rated Bradley Rowe, but he's not as good as Matera.
Broderick underneath it. Now Bullis gets the handball over. Free's handball was a good one to Campbell, who's having his 15th kick, and it's a good one to Richardson. Gives him a run at it. Richardson in a big wide arc. It's a very promising young colt. High ball. Francis underneath it. Now Turner. It should sit for him. Could do something constructive. Centering kick. Richardson, yes. Well, he's a star, isn't he?
You can't keep him out of it.
Well, of course, he's far too quick for Christian. He just leads him by about 3 or 4 metres. But Lee Matthews at this stage doesn't quite know who to play on him. He's put Houlihan on him. He's also had Christian down there. Kelly's off the ground, and McCartney being too slow.
But he's got to kick this from 25 metres. It's a goal. 3 to Richardson.
Well, if he learns to kick straight, of course, he could kick 100 goals in a season. But his ability then to kick the ball and then to follow it on. You see Wayne Campbell kicking the ball out wide, 3 or 4 metres in front of Christian there. Terrific balance to get around. Quickest player on Richmond's list. Kicks the ball back towards Francis there. Couldn't take it. Then we'll see the ball hit back here, and he takes the mark.
72 to 43. Just under 6 minutes of play left to three-quarter time. And Greg Deere wins it again to Tony Free. Matthew Francis in front. It's a loose ball. Taken away by Hassel towards the centre wing area. Callaway racing at it. He's doing very, very well. He did well on Gavin Brown.
I killed Gavin Brown. Very, very strong player, Duncan Callaway. He was a top player in the under-19s. Made his mark last year. Came in on the half-back flank. Former Caulfield grammarian.
Well, Greg Deere is dominating. Here's a free kick. Which way is it going to go? It's going Richmond's way to Deere against Mark Richardson. Well, with Monkhorst out of the side, Deere has dominated the rucks. In towards Richardson again. Oh, yes! No, he didn't quite hang on to it. Still a chance, though. Taken away by Christian. He's really got his hands full down there. Over to Francis, and the Magpies will take it out of defence. Oh, he's caught. This will be holding the ball. Oh, he's played over the neck. Oh, the Richmond players don't like it. And neither do the supporters.
Well, that looked to be a tough one on the Tigers. Let's have a look at the replay here, because he went to the ground. That's definitely holding the ball.
Yes,
that's a very bad decision.
Francis, free kick going to Bradley Payne this time. 11-6 to 5-13 the scores here. Collingwood in front. Watson takes it at centre wing. Collingwood just trying to hold it up a bit, I think. They're 29 points in front, the Maggies. Been a lot further in front than that. Good kick. So they're just setting it up here slowly, Collingwood. Now Buckley. Been a bit quiet since a brilliant opening quarter. Rock on the target. Given a hip and shoulder by Gale. Neal got back onto it. Kellaway. He's had the honour of having the captain taken off him. Richardson and Campbell. Campbell's had the honour of having Richardson put on him. Now Butcher comes away. The left foot is an old scrubber. Hurlahan, who's struggled a bit tonight. Now on the forward line after starting in defence on Richardson. And hasn't had a big impact on the game. Maggie supporters in front, looking at a semi-final berth, but Richmond slowly coming back at them. Kicked 5-9 to 2-4 since quarter time, Richmond. 14 shots to 6. Richardson just sort of gave that away to Tony Shaw. Broderick intercept.
A couple of throws in there.
Sure did. Is that Tony Free coming away with it again? Yes, it was. A wrestling match going back there with young Brenton Sanderson.
Played 4 games with the Adelaide Crows, Brenton Sanderson, and 3 night games. So he's a young boy. He's only 20 years of age. Could be a good pickup for the Magpies.
It's Campbell, who's about to have his 16th kick.
Oh, he's played a great game too, and it's just unfortunate they lost Knights, that extra class player out around the middle. As we see Campbell towards centre wing, Greg Deere in front, tries to thump it on. It's a loose ball. Who's going to end up with this? It's Brasiska caught. Umpire calls play on. Has taken away by Buckley down towards Sanderson, and Sanderson marks. And the Richmond supporters not happy after that beautiful tackle back there. But a mark taken by Sanderson. 25 metres. Let's have a look. Brasiska caught. And did he knock it on? He might have knocked it on. But we see Buckley onto the left foot. Look at that beautiful kick.
And Brenton Sanderson, who came onto the ground only about 5 minutes ago. If you could play league football at 19, 18 years of age, he was a Teal Cup star for South Australia.
Well, directly in front, and Brenton Sanderson has kicked the goal.
So 3 goals, Collingwood, since that first opening quarter. So it's been a very, very even game. We see here good punch from behind by Mark Richardson. I think he's done okay, Peter, Mark Richardson, tonight. We see there that was a good tackle, but sweeping on the ball is Buckley. The Tigers have missed out a little bit at ground level with Nation Dundas not really firing tonight. But on their forward line, they really have lacked a couple of crumb getters.
A couple of the young stars there. Sanderson, that goal. Kellaway on him. Big year for Sanderson. Can he break into the Collingwood team? Here's Deer. Such an honest performer at Hawthorn in those great days at the Hawks. Bond got it out to Deer. Oh, it took too long in the end. Buckley was able to smother it. Collingwood starting to mount another attack. Playing back to centre half forward. Houlihan caught underneath it. And Bullis was a sloppy handball to Daffy, to Gale. Gale up to centre wing, not a good kick. Francis chips in. He's got a few touches now, Francis, since half-time. Well, caught that time, holding the footy.
That was the same one as about 2 minutes ago when the free kick went to Francis. This time the umpire's got it correct.
He is hard to tackle, Francis, when he falls over, isn't he? Watson. That was Edwards getting the kick. Butcher scrubbers one out to Krasiska. Krasiska just kicks to the space. Had Williams and Francis running from opposite directions, and Krasiska tonight was 7 kicks and 4. Just handy.
Yeah, Greg Deer versus Mark Richardson here in this ruck duel, right on centre wing. Richardson wins that one, goes into lend a hand. Deer a fumble, punched on by Lees, tapped further afield towards the boundary line. This is Tony Shaw getting at the plane, very clever. Bradley playing towards half forward, up they go. Oh, nearly the man in front had it. Oh no, it's Williams coming over the back. They both had a touch on that one. Williams, dodges, good play. Switch into the open goal and hooks it. Wow, that would have been great play if he had finished it off with a goal. Let's have a look at the mark. Now he jumps. Now did Bullis get a touch? Oh, Williams probably
definitely.
Well, he had a strong mark, but I think Bullis might have had a touch in front there.
79 to 43. Back to 36 points. Williams with his socks down. Might have cramped slightly. Did a lot of work in that first quarter. Lees, no free kick. Bond under pressure from Richardson. Now Houlihan, and Lees running him out of play. So the Richmond charge has just been stopped for the moment, hasn't it? Collingwood holding firm now. At 12-7 to 5-13, so they've kicked 2-4 to 2-2 since half-time. So this has been the even quarter in this match to date. Bond gets it forward about 50 metres. Francis tried a one-hander, came off Krasiska and out of play. Winner of this to play the winner of Adelaide and Fitzroy in a semi-final in 9 days' time. So big prize at stake here, semi-final berth. Collingwood with a very poor night series record. Richmond made the final last year in that spectacular charge. Francis gains about 10 metres, runs it out of play. So in the dying seconds of this third quarter, I think Collingwood will be pretty happy. They've held on strongly and will take a big lead into the final term. Dear Richardson. Broderick just getting in the road of Richardson. Play on call. I think Richardson was awarded a free kick. Now Buckley swings it out wide. Can Collingwood score in the last 15 seconds or so? They did it here last week, didn't they, in spectacular fashion. Buckley in the centre square. This is his 17th kick. He's had 3 handballs. Normally a very good kick. Rocker pushed underneath it by Gale. Daffy getting back. Rowe runs with him. Siren sounds. No goal. Rowe's kick off the ground did go through, but it won't be paid. And at three-quarter time, Collingwood seemingly in control at 12-7 to Richmond 5-13. Start of the last quarter. 36 points, the margin. Richmond need about 2 goals in the first 4 minutes, you'd think. Francis attacking, goes for goal, bouncing ball, runs out of play. do you think, Kevin? If Collingwood kicked, what, 2 goals, it's almost impossible, isn't it, for Richmond?
Well, if they get the first goal, it's probably shut the gate. They're 6 goals down now, the Tigers, and they've played pretty well since quarter time, but they've just been trying to play catch-up football.
Well, they've kicked 5 goals in 3 quarters, and they trail by 6. Don't have to be Einstein to work out that they've got some problems.
We've had a lot of good crumb getters around the middle of the ground, but no crumb getters up on the forward line. Maybe Nation of forward pocket just hovering around the big guys might be a move.
Herneman couldn't get it away. Kneeled there and out of play. Yes, they could have done with 3 or 4 from Naish tonight from the pocket. He's a good goal kicker normally.
They need backup support, don't they? The little man department, as Kev said up there.
Still Deer and Rocker. Rocker not bad normally in these situations because of his strength. Herneman hugging the boundary line, looking for a clever kick in the end because he didn't have any options. And Tony Shaw, who's had 12 kicks and 5 handballs, is Wayne Herneman. He's had the job mainly on Francis tonight.
Richardson and Deer. It's flicked over the back. Here he is again. Tony Freed, what a game. Towards half forward. Edwards underneath it. Here's Lees on the left foot. They need a couple of quick goals. Watson back with the flight. He loses it. Taken by Matt Francis. Down towards full forward. Oh, it flicks off the hands of Richardson. Christian was waiting for it and he kicks it out of the danger zone and he finds Nathan Buckley. Buckley from centre wing. Clever little chip kick. That was good play. Went past Fraser. Oh, beautiful pick up by Bullis. Loses the ball in the tackle and he threw it. Hand pass. Over to Buckley. Buckley, the long driving kick. The Flyers are there. Rocker at the front and back. Plain is there. Sock it away towards Williams. The race is on. Williams is a real speedster. Look at the pace. Onto the left foot. Brings it back to the pocket where Houlihan marks right on the boundary line. Is he going to centre it or is he going to run around? He's going to kick it back. No, he's got to bring it over the mark. So Damien Houlihan came to Collingwood as a full forward. And started off on at fullback on Richardson tonight. Was well beaten. Right on the boundary line. He runs out. He's going to open up the goals. Tries to hook it back. It's a good-looking kick. He's kicked it. Beautiful kick by Damien Houlihan. 13-7. Plays 5-13.
Well, we see coming in there is Bullis. Good tackle there. Went to the ground. And Tony Shaw, cool as a cucumber, gets the ball across there to Buckley with a thumping kick. You see Rocker there, contested. This is where Collingwood has done very well tonight at ground level because they always seem to have a quick little player at ground level, whether it be Williams or Francis. And pounced on the ball. Beautiful kick this.
Collingwood stretches the margin now. It's out to 7 goals. They look like they're on their way to the semi-final. Bounce down again in the centre. Alan Richardson, who missed the opening match against North Melbourne, back tonight. Came on after starting on the interchange. Just run himself into a bit of form. Free kick to Mark Richardson, high against Greg Deer. Had a terrific duel, these two. Got it there! Too much in it. Richardson kicked the goal in the opening quarter. Goes short. Too far, that one for Krasiska. Edwards gets back, but Tony Shaw be pretty happy with this form. Very good kick. McCartney on the run from 65 metres. Goes to full forward. Bradrow was there. Gale, handball, under pressure. Quick kick away from Daffy. Didn't go that far. Again, big tackle there. Firstly, Williams and then Rocker coming in strongly on Newell. And the ex-Geelong hands it over. 3 umpires, all marked up tonight. Mitchell, McKernan and Pfeiffer.
Magpies forward line about 25 metres out from their goal. Rocker versus Brendan Gale. Rocker wins it and takes it out of the ruck duel and puts it through for a behind. Good thinking by Big Severio.
One point to remember about the 3 umpire system is that apart from the centre bounce where any umpire can give a free kick if they see an infringement, once the game is underway, you can only give a free kick in the area in which you're umpiring.
Here's the kick in by Gale. looking for Deere. Deere thumps at the ground. He's got backup support there from Duncan Callaway. Kicks it to the wide open spaces. One-on-one contest out there. It was Watson and Francis. Bond with the pace. Now Krasiska leads him in the race. Still Bond. Ooh, great turn of speed. And he's appealing for a free kick, but I think it's going to be a throw-in. And it is. There's John Northey looking on. Tough task for the Tigers from here.
Grand finalists last year in the Foster's Cup. Made a spectacular run, didn't they, last year to get up there against Essendon. What a crowd we had last year in that final. Over 70,000. And if Collingwood made the grand final this year, you'd expect just about a full house. Turner and Richardson this time. 86-43, double the score, Collingwood leading. Krasiska hands it over to Buckley, who's been very good. Oozes class, doesn't he? McCartney. Francis. Christian. Butcher. Richardson. Just setting it up short to Houlihan. He's gaining a bit of confidence after he kicked a lovely goal 4 or 5 minutes ago. Might be more comfortable on the forward line. Centering kick, Rocker his target, Gale. Rocker goes with him. Ball comes to ground. Neil tries to crash his way through. Rocker puts the tackle on. Buckley, oh, great mark. What a grab.
Well, look at Lee Matthews even smiling about that because he had to run with the flight of the ball. That was absolutely superb.
Sets it up for Rocker. Gave Gale a little heave-ho. Plain, snap, misses. Doesn't miss them too often, Bradley. That's normally his specialty. Oh, look at this, KB.
Now, Wayne Campbell there sitting underneath the ball there, but actually probably should have went at the ball a little bit harder there to make it hard for Buckley so Buckley could see him coming at him.
Well, Buckley was completely out of position. A magnificent mark by Buckley, but as you say, Kevin, Wayne Campbell
should have made a contest.
Well,
there.
he was in the box seat, wasn't he? As we see, Brendan Gale out towards Deere. Good mark by Brett Deere. And he gives it off to Callaway. An order, shocking kick by Callaway. You can't afford that. Straight to Buckley. 60-metre kick by Buckley towards full forward. Rocker used his body well. Allows little Rowe to grab it. Brad Rowe, Paul Williams. Oh, missed kick. They still might get away with it. Sanderson's there. All socked away off the ground by Daffy. Williams again. Oh, geez, quick. Great play, Williams. On the left foot. Oh, he's kicked a miraculous goal. Brilliant goal. Great play by Paul Williams. On his wrong foot, he's kicked the banana.
Well, that's what happens when you've got pace. And Williams has demonstrated all night this fantastic acceleration that he's got. Could have been kicking in danger there, but Williams pounces on the ball. Doesn't pick the ball up here, but he was in control all the time. Might have been a little bit of a fluke when it finally came off.
The Maggies away now. Williams with his second. 26,913 here tonight. Gate receipts $120,000. Tony Free in the centre. 22 kicks and 6 handballs to Broderick. He doesn't have quite those stats, but he's done reasonably to centre-half forward. Rogers, a quieter one tonight, goes for full forward. Good-looking kick. Box seat Francis. Should probably have held that. Still in the pocket. Not happy. Throws it away in disgust.
And Williams has gone off the ground for Collingwood. And coming on the ground for Collingwood is Todd Curley, who's from Western Australia. New recruit for the Magpie side.
Can also kick a goal, Kevin. He had a remarkable record last year where he, I think they won 5 games under a goal, and in 4 occasions he kicked the winning goal for them. Would have been the hero of the town.
You are a wealth of information, Bruce. There's no doubt about you. Throw it in that forward pocket. Not just athletics, is it, Kev? As we see the big thump over the back, and Christian comes in to lend a hand, and tapped over the line by Tony Shaw. In that forward pocket, the Magpies are really steady. They've looked good in this quarter. And the way Tony Shaw's playing, I think, no doubt about it, he'll be a regular member of the side this year. Former captain. Here's Matthew Francis trying to get in a hand pass. Taken away by Watson. On to Alan Richardson. Further afield to Hassel. He's pretty quick. A round centre wing, Bradley Plain, and can't keep it in, so it'll be a throw-in.
Quite a tonight playing, 11 kicks, but 4 goals last week, and just the one so far tonight.
Gavin Brown's warming up to come back onto the ground, the Collingwood skipper.
Good signs for Collingwood when you consider McGuan not playing and Monkhorst and Wright. Brown needing a run. Kelly's been off the ground for a fair way, and Buckley in sparkling form. Beautiful looking kick to centre half forward. Sanderson got underneath it. Rocker takes a chance against Gale, takes him on, runs it towards the pocket, still keeps it in front. Rowe chips in to give a hand. Rowe now caught, tries to get rid of it. They tackle him left, right and centre. Ball still to be won, and finally the umpire will come in. Good contest, good umpiring, let it go. Gee, Buckley's going to be a big influence, isn't he, on Collingwood?
Well, I think he's going to be manned up very heavily this year. You just cannot allow him to run loose, can you, Bruce?
No, but when you've got McGuan running and you've got Brown running and you've got a few options, you can't man them all up. Snap by Rocker, behind.
That's one of the areas where you'll find playing for Collingwood a lot better than Brisbane Bears, where he would always get the best tagger. But if they're tagging Buckley and all of a sudden McGuan's cutting loose, or Russell's cutting loose, or Francis, then they'll switch their tagger off him, and gives him much more opportunity to play out the games without being tagged constantly all the time by the best tagger.
Well, he's going to be a thorn in the side of the opposition, particularly with that kicking ability, as we see at half-back Patura, number 50. Patura towards the half-forward line. The Tigers have stopped. The Magpies are full of running. Oh, the tap on was from Rogers, but it's gone straight to Watson. Further afield, the hand pass comes to Butcher. Oh, here's danger. Buckley, what can he do? He's from 55 metres. He's trying to dodge around. Oh, that is great play, Buckley, to Francis. Clever play, the sign of a good player, and plenty of time. So, Tony Francis, almost on the boundary line. He's looking for someone in short. Speedy little rover. He's kicked one. And, well, a difficult kick. Certainly should make the distance. It's a matter of accuracy. Francis tries to swing it back. Can't do so. One behind only. But clever play by Buckley, Kevin.
Where Collingwood has absolutely dominated is the fact that they've had 11 individual goal kickers, and the Tigers have only had 3 goal kickers, and only one from a small player in Matthew Knights, who went off in that third quarter. So only 1 goal from a crumb all night.
Now Gale kicked it to himself.
He didn't kick it 2 metres out. You've got to kick the ball 2 metres out from the goal square. He's kicked it high in the air. Let's just see how it goes. See, he's kicked it straight up in the air. That was the old rule. But the new rule is you must kick it 2 metres out from the goal square before you can take the ball. Unfortunately, never playing at full-back, he doesn't know the rules.
Wasn't that short of 2 metres?
How far was that kick? I tell you what, the umpire
He's got to kick it out from the goal square 2 metres. You can't kick it straight up in the air.
Well,
see, he's kicked it straight up in the air.
Now, has it travelled 2 metres?
No.
That's the question.
It's about 3/4 of a metre.
Well,
Turner at the back, Rocker in the front. You told me, Kevin, at the start of the match, the reason you didn't play in the night series is you couldn't see. Now you can measure from here.
Oh, I've got 20/20 vision now.
Now, Dipper, what about Williams' situation?
Williams went straight to the bench and put a bag of ice straight in his groin. And Bruce, let me tell you, it's freezing down here.
Keep warm, Dipper. If you're a Maggie supporter, you'll be warm at heart tonight, I can tell you.
here's Chris Nash, who's been very, very quiet. He's kicked it straight to Mark Richardson.
Come back, play on!
Richardson, play on. You can hear the umpire call in towards half-forward. It's all Collingwood at the moment. It's one-way traffic. Houlihan, long hand pass. Here's a chance for Hassel to kick a goal from 40 metres. John Hassel. This is to the right. So the Magpies have really, well, they've lifted the tempo in this last term. They're well on top.
Last year, Jeff Hogg kicked 57 goals for the Tigers, and Matthew Richardson kicked 32 goals. Then you've got to go to Nace 26 and Benny Gale 25. So the Tigers haven't had a lot of goal kickers, and if their small players aren't kicking 2 or 3 goals throughout the course of a game, then you really will struggle to get enough goals on the board to win.
Richmond go forward towards centre wing, taken by Edwards. That's Broderick. Campbell will bomb it in long. He'll look down there towards the pocket. Greg Deere can't mark. And going to, attempting to go to the line is McCartney, still in play. and eventually it is over. So it'll be a throw-in.
Other point on that, Kevin, I think Richmond and West Coast, the only two teams last year that didn't kick 20 goals in a match. So they've got problems, haven't they, kicking goals, particularly with Hogg gone. Probably needs 60 or 70 out of Richardson this year.
And Campbell's coming off for the Tigers as you speak, Bruce, and Matty Dundas is coming on.
Francisca's kick away. Now playing right off the ground for him. Wide. Out toward the boundary line. Won't quite get there. Buckley, I reckon, might have taken best off the ground off Tony Free in the last quarter. Kick towards Francis. And poor old Richmond now. They've really hit a wall, the Tigers. Body blow, wasn't it, when their champion went off Knights. Here's Sanderson. Centering kick to Rowe. Should have taken it. Wasn't all that hard. Quick kick away by Daffy to the space. Collingwood players everywhere. Left, right and centre. If it doesn't go out, they'll raffle it. It does. Richardson disappointed because he knew that he had some space and out of play. So Collingwood finishing it off very impressively tonight. They started brilliantly and they're coming home with a rush. 14-12, 5-13. And to think of the close matches we had in the opening round, and to start the quarter-final, we've had what's turned out now to be a one-sided contest.
Magpies half-forward line. Brendan Gale on Rocker. Charges after it. Puts it back towards the half-back line. Here's Brian Lees. Swings onto the left foot. And towards centre wing. Francisca couldn't mark. Taken by Edwards. On to Francis. Gee, they've got some tall timber. Richmond, Edwards, Francis, Richardson, Gale. Here's one of the tall men, Edwards, that I was talking about. Plenty of 6'4"ers, Kevin.
They've probably been too big on the forward line tonight, but John Northey's would be disappointed that Nash and Dundas haven't fired up there to kick any goals. So he's then gone for the taller guys for a bit of marking strength.
Well, Nash was in the action there, but couldn't get away. Gavin Brown to Fraser. Fraser squares it to Plain. Good footy. Plain with a couple of bounces in the heart of the centre square now. Neat-looking kick to Rocker. Excellent football by Collingwood. Brown setting it up to Fraser. To Plain. And then to Rocker.
Well, Bradley Plain, I think, as the game has gone on, has got a lot better. A bit slow earlier, but he's continued to pick up possessions. 16 possessions for Bradley Plain, and when you're playing around that half-forward line and up towards the wing, that's not a bad night's work.
Rocker's kicked 2-4 tonight. He's had plenty of chances. 73 goals last year. He's kicked 102 goals in 30 league matches. It's a very good strike rate. Kicked that long and strong, but straight through from behind. Didn't deviate, but through the wrong post. So Collingwood lead now by 9 goals, and that was about the margin at quarter time, wasn't it? It was 9-2 to 4 points. So they've got it back to what it was.
Brendan Gale, more dangerous kick, but comes off as Coutura. Coutura marks. Mark Coutura towards half-back, racing after it all. Lee should have marked that. A little bit slow to get there. And has dropped the sitter. Not happy with himself, Brian Lees. It's on half-forward for the Magpies. Mark Richardson battled hard against Greg Deere. Deere front position, a clever hit out. Gavin Brown starting to come into it. Kicked by Dundas towards the centre of the ground. Turner is there. Now, that's Mark Neal. Gets it across to Broderick. Broderick in towards half-forward. No mark. Butcher is there to tap it away to Christian. Christian playing in front of Richardson now. Sprints away onto the left foot towards half-back, and the mark taken by Buckley, who's played a magnificent game. Look at that kicking. A delight to watch, Nathan Buckley. I'll open him a big mouth again. He's the best kick in the competition, Buckley.
Hard to argue with it. Kosiska at half-forward.
He kicks either foot 60 metres.
Darren Jarman's another great finisher, isn't he? They both finish it off so well. Kosiska too far out. Rocker maybe provide a lead. Now goes back, goes forward again. Kosiska will bang it in his direction. Rocker outnumbered, sets himself. Gale got the front spot, took the mark.
It's good to see Rocker go for the punch there, though, instead of trying to mark from behind because he was out of position, because the idea, of course, is to push it to the ground so your Crummers can get it.
Herneman takes it from Gale. Oh, not a good kick. Houlihan chips in front of Naish, who's had one he'll want to forget all about. Houlihan centering kick, playing the target. Good stretch, unable to take it. Banged away by Lees into the centre. Collingwood with numbers again. Nice take by Rogers, tapped it forward to Patura, who came on in the second half. He's got a lot of toe, Patura. Was able to run around, but kick it straight to Watson. So it's all falling apart now for Richmond. Christian running off Matthew Richardson. Swings it wide. Houlihan getting some touches in the last quarter. Handball to Rowe, right up from the forward pocket. Neat looking pass to Rocker. Good one, good grab too. He's a hard man to budge when he gets a half a metre on you.
A beautifully weighted kick too.
Kevin, as Williams comes on for Christian, we've seen, I think, two of the most exciting forwards in the game tonight, in Richardson at one end and Rocker at the other.
Yes, both two young guns. Got great hands, Rocker. Strong eyes. He never takes his eyes off the ball, and he never fumbles. That's the sign of a really good player. A lot of players get their hands on the ball and juggle it, but he's a one-grab player. I like players who put their hands on the ball and don't try and paddle the ball along when it's on the ground and can take it with one grab.
Rocker from the pocket. 2-5 he's kicked. It's been off target. Richardson's also had a lot of chances down the other end. Gee, that's a good-looking kick. It's a goal. So Rocker at 3-5, and Collingwood have stretched to 10 goals. Would you say there's about 6 months in front of Richardson at this stage?
Well, in terms of, I mean, he hasn't kicked well tonight. I think the only difference between them is that Richardson's kicking is so poor at the moment, but you can't rely on him.
He's played a bit more footy too, hasn't he?
He's played a bit more footy. He's played 30 games. He's a bigger boy. But I think Richardson is just such an enormous talent. If he can do a bit more work on his kicking, I mean, tonight he's kicked 3 goals. He should have kicked 7 goals tonight.
So 10-goal margin. Very impressive this last term by the Magpies when Richmond played a good second and third terms. Yeah, that's Broderick getting it to free. Matthew Dundas. Further afield, it was Callaway. Half-back, Alan Richardson. Dodgy, weaving, getting in a hand pass. Well, here they go again, the Magpies. It was Brown. Hand pass comes across to Buckley, who races in the goal. Oh, hits the post. He has played a magnificent game, Buckley. Curley was the man who gave that hand pass across, and Todd Curley, the young player, but Buckley, well, he is just, look at that. 27 kicks and 3 handballs. He's now best man on the ground, and Tony Free second best.
Naish just chips it away. One of his few touches. Broderick over to Patura. Neat looking kick to Kellaway. Did a very good job on Gavin Brown. 50 metres is it against Collingwood, against Richardson for running over the mark.
He didn't want him to play on because he had Dundas by himself out on the wing, so he elected to give away the 50-metre penalty.
Brings Kellaway right up to about the 50-metre mark.
Talking about Matty Dundas, I reckon if you come out on the ground before the game with a bandage as big as that on your knee, you must be either unfit. Why would you have to wear a bandage like that?
A lot of players mentally gives them support, Peter. They feel comfortable if they've had an injury and it's got some sort of strapping on it.
Kellaway just gets under it a bit, hooks it, gets right there to the goal square. And they're behind at Richmond. They haven't scored for a while.
Haven't scored at all this quarter.
Well, he started the game with that knee bandage on. I would have thought if you had to wear a bandage, you shouldn't be out there.
Gee, Pete, if you saw him in the mounting yard, you wouldn't back him, would you?
Well, still that 10-goal margin. As Gavin Brown sprints away from half-back and towards the half-forward line. Oh, the big thump. Brian Lees races it forward. Still got it. Tries to knock it on his Patura. Got a bit of toe, but caught. Gets Tony Free. Looking for Lees. Well played by Buckley. He's done a lot of good work like that. Bond. Quick hand pass to Edwards. Stewie Edwards to half forward, and Chris Naish marks. And we haven't seen much of that tonight from Naish. In towards the pocket. Taken away by Rowe. Bradley Rowe. Oh, he can sprint clear here. He can run 50 if he wants to. Swings onto the left foot, brings it towards half forward and Blaine. Over the back is Lees. He didn't really try and grab that, Brian Lees. Now he taps it out. That's better play. Taken by Herneman. Herneman towards the centre of the ground. He finds Callaway, who gives it off to Dundas.
Through the centre. Here's a chance for Richmond. Out wide. Gets to Richardson. Richardson goes for goal. And I think he might get a free kick here.
Is it a goal? All clear.
It is a goal.
Good boy.
Here the umpire asking if it was a goal because it would have been a free. So Richardson's got 4 now. It's not a bad performance. 15-14 to 6-14.
Well, he's got 4 out of 6, and he's missed 4 set shots. He should have had at least another 8 tonight. You'll see there, Matty Dundas there, kicking the ball up where Richardson was all by himself. And a nice kick on the run. It'd be good for his confidence. He'd be disappointed he's missed some easy goals tonight, though.
Nine-goal margin. Very good performances by the Magpies after that opening quarter blitz where they kicked 9 goals to 0. There's Tony Free again towards half forward. Naish gets it to Patura. Patura to the half forward line. Oh, good mark. Very good mark. This looks like Rogers, I think. Matthew Rogers. Yes, it is. And he has marked about 50 metres from goal.
29, you're right on it. Yeah, you got a couple.
Started last week, of course, in defence and played a marvellous game for the Tigers in his first game. Came across from South Australia this year via the draft, but has played on the forward line for most of tonight.
Matthew Rogers for his first goal of the night, right through the middle. So the margin now 8 goals in favour of the Magpies.
A couple of late goals to the Tigers. Johnny Northey would be very disappointed with the Tigers' performance, particularly in that opening term when the Collingwood side kicked 9-2 to 4 points. But Naish picking up a few possessions, and of course Mark Patura, the son of John Patura, the former South Melbourne star who went across to Richmond in 1975, getting a few kicks. And Mark Patura is a boy who's got a future in league football.
Less than 3 minutes remaining in this quarter-final of the Foster's Cup. Collingwood 104 to 56. Krasiska from centre half-back. Smothered off the boot in the end. Now Richardson, that's marked to Rowe, having a run on the ball. Patura has had a couple of touches. They get it through to Naish. Naish, normally a neat kick, that one to the goal square, and too easy for McCartney to get back. Butcher, putting under a bit of pressure, McCartney, and out of play. So Collingwood, at the back pocket, Lee Matthews, well, he'd have to be pretty happy with tonight.
Yes, and Stan Magro sitting next to him, of course.
Hey, there's a couple of gentle characters. Lee Matthews and Stan Magro had to be playing on those two.
I did.
Naish, you're still here to talk about it, Kevin, aren't you? Naish goes for goal. Good kick right back to the goal square. Collingwood with numbers. Houlihan punches it away.
Dare I say it, Bruce? That explains a number of things about Kevin.
Don't let him get away with that, Kevin. 2 minutes remaining. Is Damien Moncourse out suspended at the moment. A key to Collingwood's premiership hopes, you'd think. They need a terrific year out of him, and he did finish last year off pretty well.
Well, they need him at centre bounces, Moncourse. Although Mark Richardson tonight, I've been impressed with Mark Richardson tonight. He's a boy that Collingwood's really looking forward to coming on this year, and I think he's shown enough tonight to say that he'll be part of their side in 94.
Yes, he's improved a lot, Mark. There's Butcher slung off the ball. Quick hand pass, comes out towards Richardson. Patura. Now it's Gavin Brown off the ground towards centre wing. Now, here's Brian Lees trying to centre the ball. He saw a man out of the corner of his eye, and it's Turner. Turner races clear. Towards half forward, no mark to Fraser. Richardson is there. Taken away by Watson. On the row, here come the Magpies. Oh, good pace by Hassel to get to that. Hassel went without it though. Buckley is there. Taken away by Herneman. Still the Magpies. That was Sanderson. Callaway swings onto the left foot and elects to hand pass instead. And that is wide. And he finds Daffy.
Goes short, centre wing. Gets to Turner. Sweeps the handball out. Daffy backing up at a half forward into the pocket. And Houlihan with a big fly. Richardson, who Kevin Bartlett's been pretty impressed with tonight. Butcher, well done. Good play. Brown getting some nice touches in the last quarter. Williams on the end of that one. He too's been a very good player. Cramped up a bit. Now Rowe having his best turn. There's a panic over the top of the plane. Well, you'd back him to goal from here. You'd say, no, he's going to go short. Good play. Curley over the top. Maybe one too much here. Francis will get a free kick in the dying seconds of the match. And those young supporters will be pretty happy as Tony Francis, well, Plain could have kicked the goal, couldn't he? He's only 35 metres out.
It was just being unselfish, but in the end, Collingwood just overused the ball and nearly lost it. Francis there, it's a hand pass, was miles too short, so he couldn't take it. Bond giving away a definite free kick.
Great camera shot of this one.
Here's Francis, kicked one goal tonight, hooks that, and misses. Doesn't kick an awful lot of goals for Rover Francis, does he? He's kicked 53 in 76 matches, so he hasn't averaged one. He averages about 0.7 a match.
You have players who are goal-kicking rovers, and you have other rovers who are really are ball winners and playmakers, and he really is a playmaker around the centre of the ground, breaking it up with his handball and his pace. Bradley Rowe is a goal-kicking rover, although really is a permanent forward pocket rover.
Yeah, a lot of rovers will average nearly 2 goals in their career, won't they? Per match. Over the back, good grab at Kellaway, and there's the siren.
I hope you enjoyed tonight's game. Join us again on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock for the next quarter-final, the Adelaide Crows against Fitzroy, live from Waverley Park. Good night.
This has been a 7 Sport production. '94 Foster's Cup, proudly brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors, Nike, Mobil, Foster's and Diners Club International.